that clock away. Twist will not be blind whatsoever. Magis goes down with ease, and maybe their chances now are slim to none at doing much of anything here. And indeed, Team Liquid know they've got it in the bag in this round. And I wonder what the read was from Astralis to rotate 4 players to A straight away. And then the fact that Liquid throw only not too many nades in, but just enough nades to make it seem like, okay, this actually could be a fake onto B. And so then you just don't know. How can you know, James? You can't know what they're doing at this point.
It's 8-0 for Team Liquid, and the frags are very evenly spread out across the team. Nobody really leading the charge in that respect. It is a team effort. See some chat from Nitro during the buy time. 8-0 for Team Liquid, and indeed, you can see Astralis are trying to adapt. They're trying to preempt Team Liquid, but it's a guessing game which isn't going their way just yet.
This is definitely one of those games where it's about getting into the heads of the opposing IGL. And that in-game leader mind game becomes a really big deal. We played these rounds like this, so this is what they're going to expect. But because they're going to expect this, we want to throw that at them. And just trying to stay a step ahead of the game is, at this high level of Counter-Strike, very important right now. Liquid coming off the better of that. But Astralis, once again, they've got that early round banana control. But so far, it hasn't helped them very much.
No, it has not. Device stays top mid as long as he can. He smokes banana. He was smokes mid, looking through the boiler position with a tight angle of the AWP, but now he is forced away. 4 players around the A site for the CTs. Zipek's moving back towards B, and you can see the setup here, focusing on the short position, where Magis could provide some support to Device, for example. We've got grenades going in different directions, and Glaver's gone. Zipek's with a pop flash, but Nitro will rip his face off, and that's pretty much the round again. Someone has to rotate from A to pick up the bomb, however, but I don't see Astralis going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, this is moving from the territory of great reads and great strategy, and a bit of fortune as well, into Team Liquid just hitting everything. That's not a good point for Astralis if you're now starting to struggle on the 1v1s, because we've seen that a couple times now where we're seeing these fights by Team Liquid, these entry frags where maybe it looks a bit favourable for the Astralis defender, but he'll just get shot in the face anyway. And this is very dominant now. We're looking at a 9-0 in favour of Team Liquid, and let's not forget the gravity of this situation. Team Liquid just don't beat Astralis. If you look at all the matchups recently, Team Liquid have struggled. And we talk about time off to prepare, and it looks like they've done their prep.
Look at the AK advantage now. Look at the peeking from Twist. He goes down, but all he was showing was a foot. That's quite a peak. Hunger Games or Battle Royale, you're an OG. And I'm not talking Fortnite. Device and Magis, it seems, will hold on to their weapons ever so desperately. At least there is the AWP, but what has it really gained them at this point? Device has 2 kills. Team Liquid are dominant. They've got their foot on the side of Astralis' face at the moment.
When did you last see Astralis with this scoreline on CT side of an Inferno, James? Obviously, they did lose the pistol, of course, so... But still...
Only in my dream stand of the Bardolph super team of 5 James Bardolphs. The only time I haven't seen it beyond that.
Well, so timeout here to just get everyone on the same page, try to reset a bit. One of those situations you can find yourself in when you're getting dominated like this is it feels like everything is stale, nothing's working, we're losing all of our jewels, the confidence starts to wane a bit, and you just need to create something to sort of revitalize the team a bit. Could be a new idea, could even be a pep talk, just get everyone on the same page and get that communication flowing. So Astralis will take that small time out to do that, and now let's see if they can change things here. Device back on the orb. Can he make the difference?
Banana successfully taken by Astralis at the beginning of the round. There is a gap, but I would say it favours them. Zipex may have just seen some weak last second, I don't know, but he will stay where he is for the time being. Glaive on Speedway, holding an angle on Arch, and it's Team Liquid's approach to Arch, which is one of the really cool things about their CT side. They have certain setups. If they arise, I will try to point them out, but for now we'll continue with Astralis.
I think they're doing it again. This happened before. When Astralis took a fast banana, the response from Liquid was like, screw it, we'll just go balcony. Yeah, and look at this, they'll just charge straight in there. Twist will not be traded. Taka waits for it, so patient. He is rewarded. The flick comes in, it's not good for him. But the trades come in there. Glaive doing a fantastic job. That's exactly what Astralis need. And Zipex is moving unknown through the quad position. Device, speaking of unknown, oh my goodness, like ships in the night. Neither Device or Elise will see one another. Someone turn around!
How did he not hear the scope? Device scope's right next to him, but maybe there was gunfire, I don't know. Elisia's just walking in circles. This is going to be very interesting indeed. Ring around the rosy. Has he got time to score himself some points? It seems that he does, and there we go, gets there eventually. Took the long way around quite literally, now it's Zipex in a 1 versus 2. Elise in the library position.
Oh!
That is quite the spray from Zipex, but only one player survives. He's got time. Only one player surviving for Astralis is a disastrous situation. This could be a 14-1 half.
This is pretty nice. They have actually built up quite some bank, despite, well, enough at least to get a full buy-in here, but because that's one of the situations that can happen. You can like win a round like this, but as James said, you don't even have like a proper buy. It's crazy. That is insane. Like that's a long-range continuation spray in a very tight angle, and Zipex still finds that kill. That is pretty low percentage, but he makes it work, and in doing so, he gives Astralis a lifeline.
The Glaive's 2 kills with the UMP as well. That was asking a hell of a lot. Just to get them one round on the board to the 9 of Team Liquid. This is exactly what they need. 2 for 1 at the very start of the round. Nitro looking for more, going through the smoke, and this is the gift that Astralis were looking for. They had to win this round. If Astralis lost this round, honestly, you're looking at a 14-1 scoreline. It's not over just yet. Elige has plenty of time to do some damage, but this was a must-win for Astralis in the numbers as well.
Yeah, and now Elige can just have some fun, try to get some kills on the board, see if he can make this hurt. Very good awareness there. That's a nice snap onto Dupree, but he's on 3 HP. And now it's 1, and perhaps Elige is soon to be done and out of this round as there are 3 Astralis players ready and waiting.
Oh, he's got 1v1s though, and he's got an AK, and he's got StarCraft aim. This is entirely plausible that he does more damage. Device refuses to stop re-peeking and will finish off the round. Astralis survive with 3 players. There's still... So the pressure continues for Astralis, but that was a must-win round. That is the first job ticked off. They can still get 6 rounds out of this half.
Yeah, that was a beautiful defense there. It really looked like Astralis were ready for it. And again, it's one of these IGL mind games where Team Liquid are thinking, okay, if we hit them with a really fast timing after a round like that on Banana and just get some favorable trades, that's going to knock them off balance. But Astralis, seemingly very ready for that kind of a play in that line of thinking, they deal with it very, very well. And this could be a big momentum shift. And this is why this is a great spot to take a timeout for Team Liquid. Because if this is Astralis now starting to get more comfortable with how Team Liquid are moving around the map and some of the cues, because let's not forget, Team Liquid have given some routines here. We've seen that when there's a lot of quick banana control for Astralis, we're seeing these faster A plays to punish them for playing deep on banana straight away.
Liquid picking that momentum. This is a big round now, especially for the recovery of Astralis. Well, either way, really, because the money is quite low for both teams. Naf and Nitro with some bits and bobs, but many people will be short for one of these 2 teams. Elige looking for something. Didn't find what he was looking for necessarily. Man advantage for Astralis, and maybe that pause was to break the momentum, but Astralis get the first pick. It's a very different game of Inferno now.
And you'd think that Elige is not making that peak if he thinks Device is actually playing towards A with the AWP, which he has been. Device is mixing up his positions with that AWP, and that level of uncertainty means that that's going to happen. You're going to get a player peeking into a position thinking he's against a rifle, and maybe has an advantage on the headshot position, but no. The AWP is there, and that's Device giving a good early advantage. What is the panic button here for Team Liquid? Looks like it's going to be an A play. Or maybe not. They're actually going to back away here. Back into Banana.
No one peeking B. The Flashbang suggests, I think that gives a certain timing towards the T's going towards top banana, but there are 35 seconds on the clock. That's a great peak. No punish. Molotov, but they can go through it without taking too much damage. Into construction. Glaive now is in CT. Surely he's been hurt. Surely he doesn't check this, and that's a big problem. Now what does Device do? He knows they can flank him. He focuses on the front. The Bob's on the floor. 20 seconds trying to frag out, but there are 2 players left here for Liquid on the site, and the bomb's going down.
Beautiful call there from Team Liquid, and very nice defense from Device. 3 kills make this very doable for his teammates, dupreeh and Magisk, as they look to combine forces here and coordinate on this retake. 1 from Banana, 1 from CT. Good amount of time left as they try to clear positions. There's a high flash. That does allow dupreeh to come into play with Magisk. Nitro close to the bomb first. Oranges. There's the first frag. Now what does Magisk do? 2 players now trying to play that trade game. He knows that at this point there's no way to win this without getting traded, and so he's going to back away. What a call from Liquid. That timing seemed to really catch Astralis off guard, but even still they did so much damage.
And they've done even more significant damage to the general economy of Astralis. Now they are almost in that bad position once again. We spoke about a 14-1 scoreline, and they're not far off that situation. What will they choose to do with the money? Average of, say, 2,200, 2,400 on the Astralis side. They're going to buy around what they have, which was just the 1 weapon saved. They can still get 5 rounds out of this, and maybe that would be enough. They've got these smoke shenanigans to play with once again. 3 CZs. Used to be a close-range FAMAS on the CT side. Has been slightly nerfed since then. Nitro charging with a very surprising timing, forcing Astralis away. No, you will not have Banana.
Yeah, Team Liquid's timings on attacks have actually been really interesting. I think that you could do a specific, analytical video just about, based on how they pick their push timings on various positions on the map based on what's happened, and they consistently are able to find a really optimal spot to effectively achieve what they want, whether it's entry kills or a map control or a site hit. And we're going to move into another site hit now as Team Liquid line up the set piece into the A site. Nitro looking for the entry frags here. He will be thrown incendiary, and that's going to be a good catch. But still, this entry power is just too strong here from the Team Liquid lineup as they clean up the bomb site. A 2v4 retake is a reality for Astralis.
The numbers game swarming onto B like the Zerg army, leaving 2 players left here for Astralis, Device and dupreeh with the CZ. This is disastrous. We're looking at 2 rounds in this half an hour for Astralis. Obviously they have 2 rounds on the board, but in losing this round they really have no money, having gone for the force buy. So the percentages become quite small for a chance to steal around the way. Elige must go very far away from this bomb with 1 HP. 1 point of health, 1 solo singular point, 1 digit, 1 finger.
And one cool thing to remember as well about the top seed angle between Astralis, Team Liquid and Na'Vi. So Team Liquid just have Na'Vi's number, and Na'Vi are able to effectively beat Astralis. And then typically it's been that Astralis just have the number of Team Liquid. So if Team Liquid kind of burst that formula, they are indeed in a position where they are looking to take that championship. So if they can just keep this consistency, obviously it's just 1 map.
They're changing the triangle to a circle, Dan. And the circle is a silo, and they are firing all the missiles right now.
Very nice, very nice.
Elige taking control of most of Banana. He will need some grenade support once the smoke disappears to do more. He knows the lineups again. There is a window on the wall, you can see it there to the left. If you throw a grenade to the right hand side of the window while you're running, it generally goes behind the sandbag. So if somebody's hiding there, a Molotov, a HE, a flashbang. Flashbang will land at their feet, it's very hard to avoid. Very easy to learn.
Oh my goodness. The dodges there. In the pause position, Magisk is not moving a muscle, he is not afraid of these bullets. Oh my god, there's just this one spot Taco has not been shooting and Magisk is just sitting there. Impressive.
With his USP, the bait for dupreeh's meaty CZ. Ooh!
Oh wow!
Oh right then. Naf's got to be careful because he's got the bomb in a balcony position. Twist is there for support as well. That's the weapon taken away. Magisk is still alive with the USP. Oh, he gets a lot out of that. How's he not dead yet? Nafly will finish him off, and that should be the round. 3 versus 1. Device has a CZ, he has a kit as well, and I think he might as well try and get something done here, as the bomb hasn't been planted just yet. He can continue to close the distance. He knows there are rifles near the balcony to be collected. There surely isn't time for Liquid to clean those up, and Naf with a crouch peek will be enough for a 12-2 scoreline for Team Liquid.
Absolutely, and this is just, one map so far, and Astralis have always got to come back in them. But I do think this is the Liquid are looking really good here, and that's really fun. It's another test as well for Team Liquid is that idea of, you can never think we've done it until the victory is in the bag as well. So it's about that level of focus, no matter what's going on. And if they can show that as well, that's going to be a good sign for them moving forwards. And once again, just for the last round, the buy comes in for Astralis. No orbs on the server, and that will suit Elise very nicely. He'll just take Magisk's head off.
The grenade concedes Glaive's position, which means 2 kills for Elige. Very hard man to fight against, and Zipex once again is here to trade. They continue to pursue, to harass Nitro and Naf, just keep calling. Dupree has some information. Has a little bit more now, maybe hoping that was a bomb carrier. It wasn't, but Twist is already in the back, moving very quickly indeed. And now Naf's on a late rotation with the bomb, but Zipex is no. 2 for 13 scoreline, unless Zipex can get 3 more kills. 1 on the board already. Does not have a defuse kit either. The wide peek from Taco. Taco says no. Team Liquid say hello to 13 rounds in the first half.
Yeah, you said that if Astralis had one particular round, it could be a 14-1. It ends up being a 13-2. That is an incredible T-side from Liquid. I definitely think they got fortunate in some spots, and it could have been a lot closer, but you can't deny the quality from Team Liquid here. They played a very good side, great calls, great executions, the focus very on point the entire time, and as things started to continue, we started to see Nitro and Elise really come alive on some of those entries. Elise reminds me a bit of Stewie sometimes on Banana. Some of the savagery we're seeing, just running at them. Just running at them, James. That's all it is sometimes.
Unleashed. Go, go, go. Astralis now on the T side in a must-win situation. Device has picked up a P250. Device and Glaive with grenades. Nitro with the fuse kit and 2 flashbangs. Everybody else with Kevlar. Protect your neck, as Wu-Tang would say. Well, that Kevlar protects your neck. But try and find a way to protect it. Shooting first, more accurate, that's one way. Naf Elige, initial engagers towards this B area. There's a flashbang from Nitro over the roof, and Elige will pick off 1 kill. Naf ready for a second one, but more flashes will force everybody back.
It's a nice little bait setup. It's not too uncommon, but well executed there for the frag, and look at all the nades here on Astralis still. They definitely were looking at an execution, and when you have all those nades and you're sacrificing some Kevlars, it really does help to have those numbers. So losing Dupree early does make things a bit annoying here for Astralis. I wonder if they are going to call for a plan B, and is there some other strat they'll go for instead? Maybe not. Smokes will go into the B position. Oh, they're actually going to try to fake with this, potentially. Actually, not sure what they're up to here. Still holding players on Banana.
That's a bad miss.
And they can't catch anyone in rotation. Team Liquid, I think that was the play here. They wanted to get some frags in rotation that could maybe alter their site choice, but no one moved a muscle. Wow, still no one moving. This is awesome.
Grenades start to stream in. Elige making his way over. Taco and Twist will just wait until they see the bomb. Astralis crossing, no one sees just yet. Awkward angle for Naf, works for Magisk, and Nitro's got to avoid all that spray from those numbers. Got to wait for the retake. Taco and Twist rotating. Nitro still with a kit in his hands. On the site already, some tagging through the smoke. But now it's time for the real damage, 4-on-4.
Yeah, and 2 of these players on Astralis do not have Kevlar. We'll have to see if that comes into play. Team Liquid start to push further forwards, 2 through construction, 2 through the pool position. There's T's all over the place here. That P250 could be quite dangerous on Device as he tries to use these peaks wisely, using his teammates for bait, but there's none left really. 1 on Banana, but Device does a job that Armor penetration of the P250, very important. Nice run and gun there from Taco. Just Zipex, he will snap, twist neck with a block, and easy does it for Taco at the end. It was probably not any time anyway. Great round from Astralis. They'll make it happen.
So much on the line in that pistol round. That is the first of many tasks for Astralis. We talk about sports psychology, we talk about 1 round 5 times instead of 5 rounds. We're looking at 1 round 10 times just to tie the score. UMP's out once again, a familiar friend of Astralis, as there were plenty of UMP in the first half. UMP 45, the successor to the MP5. Dupree with an MP7, Magisk with a Galil. Got some good armor penetration on that. A tactical timeout from Team Liquid. They've bought nothing just yet, save for the Desert Eagle. As we can see, it seems it will be a force buy here for Team Liquid.
Team Liquid's 2 Deagles, CZs, and a P250. A few grenades as well as the Kevlars. We saw the damage that Astralis did on these force buys. Astralis made them look so very scary. I do wonder if Liquid are able to replicate that. We will soon find out. Astralis opening things up there. Oh my god, goodbye Taco. Going for a cheeky peek. That's one of the Deagles gone on the ground, and Twist and Lee is looking to perhaps make a play there towards second mid, but they will also be denied because Astralis, they're playing a slow rounds, making sure that they don't get caught off guard by any of these fast moving pistols. Making sure they can play consistently here. Lots of information for Astralis and lots of map control now. Device must be careful that this D could be dangerous. Ooh, there it is! In comes the P250 headshot. Now, what is the call from Astralis? Looks like they're groping up here, but looks like also Team Liquid want to attack.
This attack will be neutered like a house cat. I mean, surprisingly good damage there. 4K for Dupree, very important. He'll make good money from it with the SMG. But most importantly, the round has been secured. 1 round down, 9 rounds to go. Team Liquid have no money. Nafly's got 3,500 in the bank, which means he will almost definitely be buying an AWP. Very important, if you want your sniper to start right, that he goes for the double eco. In the first half, you saw Device had probably 1,000 more investment, which meant he was naked in the first buy round. We see a CT jumping through the B apartment, see what's going on towards second mid. Not that they can really do much about it in theory. They've got the P shooters out, Team Liquid, and Astralis are not that hungry.
One PT50 for Twist. Really the only particularly dangerous pistol, I suppose, although... Oh, hello. Dupree's going to find himself amongst the wolves. Although the claws have been cut short there, any USPs to work with. Taco will do his best, but only 1 frag in the round. So after all those ecos have been cleaned up, or the force buy and the eco has been cleaned up, we can get into some interesting stuff now. I'm really looking forward to seeing both what Team Liquid decide to do early round. Is it passive? Is it aggressive? What parts of the map will they focus on? As well as Astralis.
Team Liquid pull out 2 French guns on the CT side to get more utility. AWP for Nitro as expected, and he's got a smoke and a flashbang as well. Molotov towards top of Banana to deter any aggressive peeks from the CT side, from the AWP or otherwise. No Fallen-esque plays just yet. As you can see, Team Liquid are elevated on the short position. Elysian nav towards the B bomb site. I feel like it's the Legion warm-up we see jumping on those balconies often. But anyway, all eyes on Astralis. They've got 8 rounds to win.
Team Liquid, they just want to close this one down. Oh, big play comes in. Elise now finds a kill actually, but Magisk delivering a beautiful return there. And I'm not sure if there's anything that Team Liquid can do unless they can somehow find these stragglers and take them down quickly. They know that there is someone hiding in the apartments. It's just that threat of the flank is perhaps another argument. Yeah, this is the first buy round. They haven't really gained any money yet. So they will save those guns. And you doubt that Astralis are going to really worry too much about taking them out. They need to look after their money too.
Now that the sides have changed, for those of you on GoTV, I would keep an eye in general on the radar when there's action or CT presence around the arch position. Team Liquid have some very interesting bait setups that come out on occasion. For example, you may see somebody on the CT side of arch holding a pixel gap. So as soon as they see somebody, they fire a shot, and they're very unlikely to kill someone, and vice versa. But they have a player on the corner of arch at the back near the site who will pop out to try and take those engagements. Of course, Astralis may be one of the teams who will be most well prepared for those kind of engagements, but I hope we see those towards arch as discontinued. 7 rounds, that's the deficit for Astralis at this point. Team Liquid still on the buy, still with the AWP with Nitro, of course, and now have 3 French guns.
It's actually a really good point you make. This might be one of the worst maps to see some of those setups, because Astralis probably studied the hell out of Liquid and they probably know it, so we'll have to see. Fast take of Banana there for Astralis, or at least it's an attempt is made. Team Liquid battling them backwards with their own utility, and back in goes Astralis with the flashbang. Perhaps Glaive looking to make certain that this Banana position is not controlled by the CTs, and we can see Team Liquid have abandoned position. They do not want to give up any early kills, and Astralis have pretty quick map control here. They are lacking top middle, of course, but the pace is still quite good.
Team Liquid patiently waiting at present. Nitro is just keeping an eye on the top mid, but not Boiler, which is now being smoked off at the 1 minute mark. We do have to keep an eye on things and see if those timings are. As they take another angle, Elige not peeking from the coffins though. And Astralis showing lots of presence towards the B bomb site. A re-smoke of mid from the CTs in the meantime at the 40-second mark. That's the last smoke grenade for Team Liquid.
30 seconds approaches, and we see the grenades start to be released here towards that B bomb site. Elige in the dark spot, Snaf to support, but the smoke is there. He can't do too much behind that, perhaps. 15 seconds coming in. No rotation from Team Liquid just yet. And Naf, there's nowhere to stand. He's got to fall all the way back. Elige can't do it with the FAMAS. Great kill coming in from Glaive. And Team Liquid might have to give this one up. In fact, of course they will. No damage done to Astralis.
While those grenades were being deployed, well, just before those grenades were deployed towards the B bomb site, Dupree started moving, and he was in Boiler for a long time. As twice Dupree was in Boiler. When Astralis had a focus on the B bomb site, Dupree moved towards the end of the balcony, looking for a rotation. Taco was on the site. He knew this. He was jiggle peeking because he knows surely there's a lurker, and he sees Dupree take an engagement, but he doesn't. I guess they didn't quite know what was going on. Dupree starts deploying grenades out of the balcony. You've got Twist on the end of the balcony as well. The 3 Liquid players stayed in situ, but I guess at that point maybe it was a gamble. Okay, we might lose one play towards B, but we're out of position regardless. And here we are, 6 rounds away now are Astralis, and Team Liquid have a rough buy pretty much every round now.
Yeah, and it's again just the caliber of both of these teams is really incredible. And when you're a very high caliber team like either one of these teams, and you're up against another one that you feel like you might be playing in grand finals against, that elevates the level of Counter-Strike for both teams. So this is really cool to see. Astralis finding their groove is what we all wanted for this match. Throwing towards Logs. Does some damage to Glaive, down to 55. Astralis looking to once again challenge for Banana. They are not content to let that smoke deter them. They'll push forwards. This time Team Liquid look like they may want to fight. They've got 3 players, although they are still playing it fairly passive. As are Astralis. Still not pushing all the way deep just yet, but here it comes. Can Nitro find something?
Moving back to the corner is Nitro, so we can see the flowers in his scope. Likes a bit of purple, Nitro. Device, Magis, Glaive, Dupree, and Zipex all on Banana. making a snake like the old Nokias. Naf is here to support Nitro as well. He's holding a smoke grenade in his hand, so Nitro takes a shot, out comes a smoke grenade, takes another shot, gets away with it, though he doesn't, he's guilty as charged. Naf trying to avoid all the fire, they know someone's likely to be deported, jumping around, doesn't give either of them. He leaves them in the red though. Look at all the red! They are very, very low indeed. Here comes Taco charging through, but Dupree's got a superior angle.
Oh, Glaive just takes down Zippix. I don't know how that happened. And that kills Taco is important. If Taco kills Dupree there, I think the round is over. Everyone else was running into position. And speaking of which, Ali's just barely unable to catch Dupree in the distance. And if their health is low, that's one thing. But if they can't actually get to them, that's another. In comes Twist playing around the pillar. One more to go, and that's just one too many. Astralis pick up the round in an incredibly slim fashion. That could have gone wrong in so many ways.
Credit to the damage done at the beginning. The setup, Team Liquid was solid. So hard, there's so much spray that goes to pool now. We're seeing that smoke time and time again, that reaction smoke grenade, and it's causing all T side problems. But it's very likely that you stand in a poor position, down to the wire. In 21 rounds, rounds won by any team, and both of those rounds were won by Astralis. Not looking so bad now, is it?
Absolutely, this is a game and a half. It was actually hilarious to see Naf just sort of like somehow just dodging the bullets of like 4 AKs spraying through the smoke at him, just standing in the middle. It was awesome, and still doesn't get rewarded with any kills after that just amazing series of dance moves. Where is the justice, eh? 13-8 indeed. Astralis climbing the mountain, and they are doing so confidently and convincingly, as they also appear very calculated on this T side. Liquid are perhaps forced to create some kind of adaptation or find a way to take the initiative, but it's so difficult.
Ooh, ow.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Finally, Liquid are going to pick up something. What is the response from Astralis, though, after losing a man early?
Dupree, luckily that grenade just misses him in the boiler position. And he's been lurking in boiler in a number of rounds. Now he gets into a deeper... But he must be careful. As you see, there is a bait set up here. Nafly is holding an angle from the library. Now, on Old Inferno, you'd see people standing on that sofa. So if there was an AWPer going for a fast peek, they would be more likely to get legged. But Naf's, again, I spoke about the pixel peaks earlier, but this is basically the same thing in a different setup. Wow! That's ridiculous. There's no way he gets 2 kills in that position. And a third one from Dupree. You cannot be serious.
That's incredible. What the hell? Just the 180s coming out. Dupree snapping to heads. There might be one more to find it. Twist goes for the peak. You fancy Dupree after that action. But maybe Twist and Nitro can still offer something here. They are alone, stranded in solitude on their bomb sites, respectively, as the big rotation comes in from Astralis. Nitro has the AWP. There is no flashbang. Oh, well, there it is. It's just tossed. That was the last one, though, coming in from the teaser. Astralis. Can they take down Nitro? First shot connects, 20 seconds to get the bomb down. He'll Molotov it, and there's no more smoke. The smoke was just used to block him off. They get to plant open here, behind the fountain, as Twist has 10 seconds to go, and we're in a 2v2.
This is getting really close. Has Dupree done enough? He saw Twist. Well, Twist took him out. Glaive jumped, saw the information. Knew Twist was playing out of position. Saw him on the site, rotated back towards B, and here he is, Twist taken out by a device. Where is the trade fracture? Where is Nitro? There he is, and Glaive will do the job. That is a huge round for Astralis. They're coming so close, so much down to the wire. But you see Astralis, even in these high-pressure situations, they're keeping focus. Glaive knows that Twist, he knows where Twist normally plays. When Twist takes Dupree out later on, that was amazing. But the third engagement, wow. Twist takes him out. He knows Twist is out of position, so Glaive charges towards the A side. He jump peeks, sees Twist in the middle of A, and is like, okay, let's go back towards B. Astralis were going towards A, they immediately move back towards B bomb site. They've got that one flashbang that can take the angle away from...
Dupree is just an absolute beast right now. He is 23 and 14. No one else on his team has positive kills at this point. Obviously suffering from that horribly difficult first half, but that was a huge play.
We spoke about the Liquid setups and the pixel gaps they were holding. That was a perfect example of it, but a completely different setup where Nafly is not necessarily trying to frag someone, but just take attention away and allow Taco to peek. But here we are. Astralis with every round in his heart so far. They've got to trade this. They've got to trade this. And they do. They can take that weapon away, but Magisk needs cover in order to do that.
And that works out pretty well for Team Liquid, going 1 for 1. With these CZs, they can be so difficult sometimes. There's a smoke and a flash on Nitro still, but where is he? Okay, he's towards the pool position at the moment, just looking to fortify B, whereas Astralis now rotate towards A, so they should avoid that smoke and flash for the time being. It looks like Twist will also rotate towards B. So there is a very open A bomb side here. And we'll see Astralis wrapping into A. Taco, though, if he finds kind of an isolated player there, if he got that kill, that would be an AK. That could have been very important, but looks like Astralis should be safe here.
The M4 is still on Banana, which would give Liquid some extra money. But who knows if they'll venture to get it. Saving on the B bomb site, they don't know if a lurker is on Banana, and they've got money to save with what they have anyway. Device will be reconnecting to the server briefly.
I have to say, it's just so incredible that you see that just ridiculous 3K from Dupree. And it's so ridiculous, and it's in such an important moment, because if Team Liquid, of course, win that round, it just really changes things it's so hugely. I mean, then it's just 1 round to 15. Obviously, just getting around under your belt, we saw how Astralis were able to convert that into 1 more. I mean, effectively, they would have been half of the way there to, at the very least, relieving the pressure and securing overtime at the very least. So, but it's 10-13, James. Astralis are 3 away from tying it up with.
Absolutely outrageous. Just when you thought it was safe to type Liquid are going to win the major.
What?
Every T round has gone the way of Astralis. We spoke so much about the CT dominance. Where has that gone? 2 CT rounds have been won in 23 rounds.
It's one of those games. And the beautiful thing about it is that it's because of the quality of these two teams. It is so cool to see this. So looks like we do have a momentary tech pause coming in, James. A breather for everyone.
Alicia's changed his keycaps on his keyboard. He's on the keycap grind.
What has he done?
Why
has he done this?
He's changed it. He's styling and profiling.
What is it?
He is the Ric Flair of the Team Liquid team.
Maybe it had
aesthetically pleasing.
I was about to say, what about the texture? You've been telling me about these textured keycaps.
Texture. I suppose some do, but I don't really look for that. I mean, you want sculpted keycaps for F and J so you can touch type, but beyond that, whatever. There we go. It's got the greys on the go. I'm gonna have a Scrabble key set soon. That is the final boss of key sets. There was, I think I retweeted in last week, some pictures of the samples. They look amazing. Absolutely amazing. Triple word score and all sorts. What's going on?
Is Glaive actually just doing like some crazy code just to coordinate the troops? Look at this. Oh my goodness, Dupree.
Okay, that's very interesting.
What does that one mean, James?
Dupree's always been dodgy, hasn't he? Let's be honest. Since he got into the fountain at, was it DreamHack Valencia, I knew there was something wrong with that lad. Quick reminder, you can see all these players' POVs and mess around with the HUD at Twitch's Premium Pass, which you can find the information for at faceitmajor.com/premium pass. If you find a premium pass, I got them to get a forwarder down.
Oh, nice.
So we no longer need to push a hyphen.
That's good, because that's just
why would you
unreasonable,
do that?
Isn't it? It is.
It's heinous.
It's 2018. It's 2018.
Hyphens in 2018. 3 rounds between these two teams. If you are just joining us, if you've just been released, if you're on parole, it is 13 rounds for Team Liquid to the 10 of Astralis. Astralis winning every round in this half, the second half, after finishing the first half with 2 rounds on their CT side, the only CT rounds to be won.
And the crazy thing, James, often when you get these games, like, it can even be frustrating. No one can win the CT round. Why is it? This is ridiculous. But I have to say that both these sides from both Astralis and Team Liquid have been very well crafted. And it's so impressive to see that. So you can't. This has just been a game where every round has been awesome for me. So we're back into it, and perhaps we'll see a conclusion soon, or perhaps we won't, because this really feels like an overtime game, but I don't want to call it too soon.
The THE's up mid.
Ooh,
Don't see that very often. I would love to see a cost calculation of the amount of grenades deployed on an Inferno game in the first 25 seconds. Because that's a lot of money being thrown away.
It'd be really cool to see the teams with the best heavy, like high explosive grenade efficiencies on this map, because there's so many timings. You can actually be able to throw them quite predictably and do a lot of damage. Device going for that jump peek. Won't find anything just yet. Team Liquid not playing on the side, mixing the setup up on their B defense.
As one must. I think it was Liquid on the T side where we saw Molotovs towards the boost position on B, but the smoke is too close to allow it to position. We saw a triple HE towards the pit position, but who is throwing the HEs towards people above the plant pods? The wall is even slanted to help you bounce things into people's faces.
There's an answer to this, and I will tell you, James. Not right now, because we do have this top mid take coming in. It feels like Astralis looking for that burst to take more position. You can see Glaive just shoulder peeking that arch angle, looking for Taco, and it looks like Team Liquid are figuring this out. I think rotating. It looked like they wanted to rotate someone from B. They need to rotate people now because push comes in. Oh my god, Nitro, the safety, if he got anything else up. No, he cannot. Great entries coming in from Astralis.
And that's an instant save for Team Liquid. NAF does a 180, goes back towards B bomb site. Liquid receiving a taste of their own medicine, and it tastes disgusting.
Okay, one of the possible reasons for preferring, let's say, a Molotov over the HEs for that boost position is just due to the fact that if the HEs or if the push doesn't come in really quickly, it triggers CTs just push out, to just stack the position, or just boost onto it afterwards. But if you have the Molotov, obviously it lasts a bit longer.
Yeah, but sometimes the Molotov doesn't even work. Like when we saw it earlier in this game, because the smoke was below it and it was too high, and it stopped it from making any fire. Dan, there was no fire.
It couldn't make fire. How make fire? Can you make fire, James?
People were questioning that picture, Spider-Man picture I put out, where we had a TV in the fireplace. We didn't have money for fire, so we put a TV there. 2 rounds now. 2 rounds!
These entries are savage. Liquid are really on the terrible end of this, and if this is kind of the timing when we started to see rounds from Astralis on their T side. So Liquid, they need to figure this one out, because Astralis, they found a way, James. They found a way in, and it's looking pretty good for them at this point.
These guys are playing. They're playing for Wembley right now. They're playing for the UK fans. I know that we have people coming to the major from as far as Japan.
Awesome. That's amazing.
That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
That is awesome. Okay. Whew. Back into it once again. Round 25. Team Liquid on 13, where they've been for a very long time. Astralis creep ever so certainly and assuredly, consistently, towards the tie game position. Will they get further than that is the question. Team Liquid, they don't have a good buy here. You can't expect from that perspective. And you almost wonder if you want to just see them take a crazy risk, but I don't know what the answer is here.
As mentally stable, if you will, as Astralis are in terms of game psychology and keeping level-headed and focused and so on, this is such a long journey back. One mistake could prove fatal. Taco taken out early. There we have the boost onto the plant pods. The daffodils will be trampled, Dan. The gardeners will not be happy.
Daffodils did not deserve for wrecked. Device looking for more entry kills here with the AWP. Obviously, an advantageous peak for him against, well, and no sniper rifles on the opposition. But this round could still go sideways here. If Team Liquid have a good defense between the likes of Elysian Nitro. In they go. Magic's not sure where to look here. Elysian doing a lot of damage there. He will lose Nitro on the bomb side, unfortunately for him. And well-timed spray for the smoke will catch Elysian. He tries to line things up, but he can't do too much.
Well. It appears to be save time again. Leisure will try to escape. The smoke will come in handy. Now you saw when the execute came in from Astralis, they had a flashbang go above the towards the CT position, and you saw a player, the first entry guy, fired one shot just to try and make people look at him while the flash goes off where they would be facing it. Just a small note there, but here we are. It is round number 12 for Astralis. All the faces on them. Yellow faces.
And this really goes to like
coloured faces.
It's such an interesting match because again, just from a stylistic perspective, it's like the most sort of team play and oriented, tactically oriented, strategically oriented matchup you can really have. We don't have like the explosiveness that you would see from Na'Vi necessarily with Simple or Electronic, or
beautiful
the explosiveness from the likes of some of the other teams that really focus around building those systems on these star players. Right now what we're seeing is just both teams just trying to grind out rounds with better tactics, strategies and calls.
It would not even surprise me if Liquid round. Now Astralis are one round away. How many times have we seen that? A long comeback and it's like, oh, looks like we should win a round, lads. Defies changing up his position. He has expectation and he punishes Nitro. He's ahead of the game, not expecting a lead though. In front of the Flames, there was a gap, the orb goes flying and it's 4-on-4.
Yeah, what's the response? Astralis look like they want to go very quickly off the back of that exchange towards Banana, catch Liquid before they can go for a rotation. Now they just have to delay. Liquid have to delay on the bomb site. They need to make sure their rotators can get into position to help them out. And that is happening. Astralis pinched between both the bomb site defense and those rotators from B. Can they make it through still though? They have managed to smoke off position towards the library position there. And they got a minute to play with. They can double back if they want, but it looks like Elise is going in for a play. He finds a perfect timing. Elise and Naf get massive damage here. And once again, Astralis try to capitalize. They try to push, but they are running out of players.
That is absolutely crazy. Glaive going towards the B bomb site now for a 1 versus 1 with Elige, who has an M4 and 17 HP. Doesn't need to peek until he's by the fountain. Got to stay alive now, dancing around the fountain. And now it's a 1 versus 2. No smoke for Glaive. He's got 37 seconds left. Jumping across, planting towards the coffins as Taco and Twist come in from the same position.
They have to win this clutch, James. Team Liquid need to win this clutch. But Glaive, he is ready to spoil their day as they move in. They're trying. Oh, that is big. That's such a big deal. 14 HP. What a beautiful connection there through the coffins as Glaive repositions. Taco goes for the challenge. Oh, we can't do it though. Now things get interesting. Trying to actually fake forwards a flash potentially as Glaive repositions here. Just toying with Twist. He knows he can't take a fight. He just has to confuse him and make it really difficult for Twist to find the frag in some way. Glaive is playing the mind games, but Twist, he tries to go one better, but he can't. Going for the hold. Glaive says no.
You absolute beast! How are you winning rounds like that? How do you have the game sense, the presence of mind to throw your CZ to draw distraction and just move out of an engagement like that? That's completely ridiculous. What's so absurd as well, the pre-fire through the coffin, they don't even see him, but they confirm his position with the ding, they don't get the dong, and he absolutely ruins them.
That's incredible. That is just such focus.
Leading by example, you nutter.
That 1v1 right there, in fact the 2v1 that Liquid had, that's one of the most important clutches of this game. It has to be. It just has to be. I mean, there's been so many important clutches, but that's a big one.
Glaive is like the guy in the pub you just never mess with. He's had 10 beers, he's in the corner, he's half on the floor, but you know he's still going to knock you out if you chuck it. 13 apiece. What a ridiculous clutch. He should never win that. Post, after getting shot in the head through a coffin, talk about telling a tale. Shot through the head. Shot in the head through a coffin there. And he still says no. He still refuses to close the door behind him.
Yeah, it is crazy. You can see the stat there. Astralis has won 4 of 5 1v1 situations. Liquid are running out of rounds here to close this game, and they no longer have a lead. It is tied up. Finally, Astralis, they have again, both of these teams, from the perspective of mental resilience,
I can't believe he won that round there.
Dealing with pressure, they're both the top of the crop. They are the best of the best in that sense. Seeing them face off like this is awesome, and the question now is who can close this one down. Orb is back on Nitro. He doesn't want to go aggressive again, Chase.
Talk about impact frags. Dupree with 23 kills. Glaive is on 13. I'm telling you, man, each of those kills is worth an Audi car alone. That's crazy. But we must move on. 13 apiece. Who will take the lead now? Do Team Liquid, have they had enough of this nonsense from Astralis? Astralis, though, still with the AK-47s, and that is a problem in itself. Everybody firing. They're lining up, though. Just one kill for Elige. How many does he see on the death cam?
It feels like he could have got another couple bullets off there. Oh, that grenade a bit too soon. These players are very weak. We've seen this before, though. Oh my god, that is some savagery there from Magisk. Takes down Taco. Naf still alive to keep construction for his teammates. A 3v3 health advantage here for Team Liquid, but that bomb is going to put the clock to Team Liquid. What is the play for them?
All they can do is bear witness. Just watch what used to be theirs. It looks like they're going to go for this, Team Liquid. They're committing. Nitro moving back. He's got AWP, but the two riflers they're all in on this one. They're moving in, trying to avoid the crossfire. The clock is ticking, and life is getting harder and harder. Still alive, though, is Twist. Another frag for Twist. Zipex now hiding. Nitro's close, and down he goes. There it is. Finally, Team Liquid win their first round of the half.
Oh my god, that's a big clutch from Twist. Just moves in like a wrecking ball, takes them all down, and just as you said, James, just as you're taking a lead is there in arm's reach for Astralis, it is absolutely denied by Twist, and Team Liquid stay in the lead, 14-13 now for them, but their economy is pushed to the limits. If they lose this round against Astralis, it surely is over for them. Team Liquid have to win this round. There is no question, they just have to win this round if they want to stay in this one.
Boy, oh boy. Took long enough. And indeed, they must survive. Magisk already through the smoke. Dupree getting an aggressive lurk on. Collides with the Molotov. In the meantime, Magisk gets a pick towards the B bomb site. I do wonder, with Alicia's play in the previous round where he caught Divisive Guard, if he would go forwards early and get caught, and indeed he did. And now Nafly is alone. Dupree unable to do something funky. Element of surprise gone towards balcony when you got hit by the grenade. The CTs will of course hear that. Still 3 players towards A for Team Liquid.
Nitro goes aggressive. They know they have to do something. That is beautiful from Nitro. Giving Team Liquid a chance, slowing things down for Astralis. It is the minute mark, and Astralis have been very active here. Perfect flash for Taco, pushes him off position. Twist there to support him, though, as they fall back onto the site. Feeling the pressure from Astralis. Look at how Astralis' pressure has affected the rotations. We see
Twist.
a 1-3 position. Naf's alone playing retake on B.
But look at the CTs. They are going straight back for the information. They've immediately gone for the information towards A. They've got it early, and now Nitro's on the rotation. Take the long way around CT, because if Astralis had somebody by sandbags, they would hear his rotation on Speedway. Both outside of the site, though, 4-on-4, trying to spray as the T's come in. Some pre-fire from Device, and the boost will come in late.
Perfect timing, this one. Naf gets 2, second being a headshot. Magisk on 10 HP, Dupree on half. This is a 3v1. Shots through the smoke from Twist. And the smokes are gone for Magisk for cover from construction. He's got no chance, surely just enough to get the bomb down. Nitro with a peek, and the AWP does the job. And the defuse will come in with plenty of time. Team Liquid have won the continuation round, but it is not over yet.
There is plenty of money for Astralis. No one will have any issue buying. And what's very interesting for Team Liquid is now in the late round, now they've had some success. They, like this pick from Nitro, Nitro's moving into positions that Astralis have taken for granted because of all their success in the previous round. They're not expecting him to be there with the AWP, and that can be enough so late in this game to take it over the line for Team Liquid at match point now to make it.
Just love the timing of that reboost onto the position, picking the perfect moment. A deep breath for all involved here. And the players, and definitely the coaches, as this one could come to a close very soon. Astralis, what on earth are they doing here? Such a competitive game of Counter-Strike. Inferno of the highest level. Device not on logs, but this time on the opposite wall. And you can place HEs on both sides. Ooh, bursting through the smoke here, calling the bluff of Team Liquid. There's no one here. And they're just going to charge through so much position. They have so much ground covered. They're in CT spawn, James.
Twist hears this, though, and Nitro's in CT. He knows what could be right now. Taco taken out towards shorts. In the meantime, Dupree's angle is so deep that Nitro drowned before he could take a shot. 3 versus 5, and Astralis are fighting back. Elysian Naf now towards the B bomb site. The T's all over A. 4-on-2, but there's no way they can go for this. They need money, Dan.
Yeah, they actually have to survive with 2 players here. they just won 2 rounds. They're going to get $1,400 in addition to what you see. So this is going to be kind of brutal here for Team Liquid this next round.
They're shaking the money boxes, they're selling cookies, milk, everything.
James, this has all the makings of an overtime game. If you look at how wrecked Team Liquid's economy is, unless they can just pull off something magical. Oh, hello.
Yeah, Astralis know it. They can smell the difficulties.
Oh dear. They need these guns. They need the 2 guns to survive.
Well, they've got 1 now, and now they've got none. They've got none guns, Dan.
Look at them. Oh dear, this is rough for Team Liquid.
This is problematic.
This is very problematic, James.
This
Astralis. My God.
Taco on the roof like pizza of Breaking Bad. He's just lying there, making the world angry.
I mean, like this is CSGO after all. There's always hope. And they have a good amount of grenades. They've got 5 smokes, which is always one of the most important things. They don't have a kit though, but fortunately no one has head armor. That would be angering. Team Liquid though don't make such mistakes.
Well then, Liquid, what do you do in this situation? You had money, you had a buy. You would take things into your own hands. You would play the unexpected play. You can't do that anymore. No more AWP. No more range. UMP range sucks. Was nerfed by Revolver.
Didn't even say Revolver, you just said Revolver.
Absolutely, yeah, I don't care. Gotta mix it up. Taco has been holding towards short. That's been a problem. Now he goes towards Arch. We have the balcony burst. 3 players now towards the pit position. Twist begging for mercy in the smoke, and Taco somehow gets a CZ kill in the meantime. Twist is still alive. And this is buying time for the rotation. He sends Madness to his doom, falling off the ride. Taco is still on the site. We've got flashbang support. The reload. Oh my God, not like this, surely. Liquid, you see Twist praying in the corner of the screen there. Device and Zipex alone. They've got some range, but they don't have much time. And the positions for Liquid are getting worse. They're maneuvering the ships.
I don't know what on earth Astralis can do to bring this back. They have CTs all over the place here. Device looks at the first one, finds it through the box. There comes the attempt at a trade, just nipping at Device's heels. They're making life complicated. Zipex with the support, very important, but now time starts to play a factor. Smoke off there to make things difficult. Zipex has to reposition, goes high to make sure he can cover it. Oh, that is just a masterstroke from Zipex, and there is no way Elish can stop the plant. Somehow Device and Zipex have found their way out of this situation. Elish, though, can he offer something here? 19 health and MP9. Absolutely not. Overtime between Astralis and Team Liquid. These 2 teams are cut from the same cloth, James.
You have to wonder about that smoke grenade that helps support the guy on the site. So, as you can see here, really gave Zipex some space to fight with, and here we are. We are in overtime. That was a 4 versus 2 despite the weapons. So much advantage, and Zipex can't believe it. He is happy as Larry. He looks like he's won the lottery.
That is insane. I mean, they know they lose the rounds and the match. That's what that round is. You lose the match to the Force Buy, and yet they're so calm and play the 2v4 perfectly with 4 CTs, or 2 on either side, creeping all over the place. You don't know where all of them even are. How do you do that? That is incredible.
Obviously, Twist was praying to the wrong gods, Dan.
Yeah.
2 AWPs for Team Liquid in overtime round 1. Nitro and Nafly will be toting the big green guns. Now, Astralis have, for the most part, had AWPs. Looks like we have not live, so the round will be restored. What is that game in the in T-Spawn? Is that hopscotch? I don't even know what it's called.
This looks like Norse and Crosses.
I'm sure you can do other things with that. Because who played Noughts and Crosses on the floor?
Hopscotch is just one.
Oh, that's a longer one, isn't it? That's a longer one, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Do you not have enough money for chalk, James? What's going on?
No, I had no money for fire or chalk. We had a can, and we played Nutmeg Rush.
Yeah, but you play games by throwing eggs at people. What about that?
I don't know what you're talking about then. But Nutmeg Rush, we'd play kick the can through someone's legs and then beat them.
What are you talking?
Didn't you play Nutmeg Rush? Once an ambulance came.
Oh my God.
Anyway, first round of overtime, 15 apiece. Let us know if you know what game that is with the chalk and all that stuff. 3 players moving towards the A site for the CT, so no big engagement towards Banana to start things off. The early Molotov, and once again, Device is in position. Now, Liquid have, they've got caught once, and they've got Device once in that position. So I imagine they'll be more careful. Now Twist gets tagged, but he's still alive. Moving back with his grenades, his granates. Oh! Computer says no. Oh my days!
Oh, and
he's going to need reconstructive surgery. He
You see it tracing. Time slowed down. My goodness. Well, that is encouraging for Team Liquid, and here comes a response from Astralis. No messing around. Can't be bothered to build some map control. It is just time to go into that B-bomb site. But Elige, he is chomping at the bit right now, looking for those rifle kills. Takes a high position, and of course, Naf ready with the AWP. Naf can be quite the dab hand with that weapon. And there you go.
Or do they? Great deployed at least. Magisk in the smoke, but are they going to go through? No, they think better of it. 3 smokes around, it's a late one. Maybe some counter grenades expected, but here they are, the numbers game at the front at the very least. Looking one way, getting shot from the other. Elige still alive, got some nice funky pop flashes. Magisk completely blind. He's got a blindfold on his face, still gets a kill on Elige. However, the pre-fire towards construction won't be enough, and Adupri is on his own. 24 seconds to take out 4 players. They're all around the make it expensive. There's one frag, but Taco is there to trade.
Naf is just stone cold, isn't he? Beautiful defense coming out from Team Liquid, but of course starting out
again. Oh, that's the modeling contract. Cancel that.
Oh man. I mean, that is just. Oh my god, you're doing that in the first round of overtime. That is just disgusting. Come on, come on. Well, Astralis, they've got to step to that. The double orbs is a pretty cool switch up. We didn't really see this in regulation, James, but it's starting off pretty well for them. Should have given Naf an orb sooner.
Astralis getting more early mileage. Banana, apart from being shot in the face. Device will take an alternative angle this time. 1/22 for some of the remainder of the team to make inroads towards the A site to take Liquid away from the top of mid. And they'd have to be afraid of a potential retake on Banana here as well. We're all familiar with the smokes over the flashes over the roof, rather. A pixel gap being held by Nafly. Surely he isn't fast enough for a shot like that.
Well, after the last round, you can't really call him into question. See what he can pull out the bag here. We'll see flash on the angle, and well, he delivers anyway. Doesn't even need to see. The timing shot so he gets blinded. Works out a treat. And Elige is boosted up once again. Look at all these counter grenades. There's no one moving through those fires. It is a relative just hell. There might be bomb site for more reasons than one.
The thing is, there are 4 smoke grenades around the B bomb site, so the CTs don't have the information, and the Astralis are trying to play the numbers towards A. In the meantime, Zipek's going through the apartments with the bomb. The other 2 still top mid for now, just looking until short. They don't know it is, which makes it really hard to go for those deep picks on the site. The flashbang connects. Twist will hear that. He knows somebody's there. Nitro now, Elige rotating as well. They know that there's trouble on the A side. Here comes the initial peak, the initial pre-fire. The Molotov is there as well, and still Liquid get the frags and wipe out Astralis. 2 for 2. First to 19 takes the match.
And this is really cool to see so far, because we have this. The fact that they have the double AWP to pull out and are doing it in overtime as opposed to the second half of regulation where they struggled so much. That's awesome to go to, because look, this is causing problems. Naf is loving it right now, James. He's absolutely loving it. It's not over yet though. 2 rounds for Liquid. Oh my god, Astralis' money sucked. They didn't get the bomb down, did they? They did not get a bomb down. Their money is so bad.
Their money is poverty. Twist jumps, peeks, sees plenty of information. 3 players. Astralis may be looking for a faster round, but they will be deterred at the beginning. Device creeping through smokes on Banana, while the other 4 focus on A.
Oh my god, Taco knows just to hold down Mouse 1. He knows they're going to try to capitalize off the back of those flashes, and they are getting demolished, decimated. Dupree left here to do more of that goodness from before, but with so much more tasks to step up to here. He's pretty much alone in this one now. Glaive trying to make stuff happen towards B, and he will get the frag, but the bomb this time is oh so far away.
1 minute, he has 1 HP for every player of Liquid who are still alive, and now he has none. 3 match points for Team Liquid. What happened to all the success from the T sides of these teams?
Double ops, James.
3 match points.
You got to give Nath the MVP for those last 3 rounds. He picks up the double orb, and he every round he delivered. A rush towards A. They stacked 4 towards A, left Nath by himself on B. Perfect read, and that's good for the 3-0. Astralis did it, James. They did it in regulation. They can do it again in overtime.
They can, but will they? NAF 27 frags, narrowly leading the server. Dupree 1 behind at 26. Seems oh so long ago we saw that crazy 180 from Dupree in the arch area, doing the bait setup of Team Liquid in reverse. Now, can he have another fantastic performance, or will it be down to someone else to step up for Astralis to stave off these 3 match points of Team Liquid? Again, the winner goes to the SSE Arena, guaranteed. With a very high seed as well, which is very important. Ooh. Nitro taking the heat. Gets out of the kitchen, back towards A here for Team Liquid. Oh, look at this rotation starting to come in now from Astralis, bringing everyone onto the bomb side here towards A. Of course, still playing 2 towards B though. Not yet making a full read on Team Liquid, but obviously they have some kind of communication for this A setup. Giving up Arch completely. Still have Banana control as well, and Liquid will push forwards, but that is a great start there for Astralis. Yes, it is. Naf at the bottom of Banana. Having a look where Zipex is jump peeking near the top. 50 seconds. 4 more players for Astralis to find. Shallow smoke grenade on Arch. Ooh, it's a gimmick one. Device may not be ready for this. We've got a player standing on a crate, but I think he is. Is his barrel seen by Nitro? Is he on the radar? He's on the radar now. Doesn't see a liege through the smoke. 30 seconds remain. Dupree can punish him. What? How does he have time to shoot? 25 seconds to go. The time is really against Team Liquid here, and now Astralis know. Oh my god, how much can Alish find out here? Oh my god, there it is. Instant kill onto the device. Couldn't find the second player though. It's Magis. Magis, can he buy time? No! There is chance here. 8 seconds to go. In comes Glaive for a frag, but the bomb will be planted. Somehow, Liquid is still in this one. Taco top mid spots one of the 2 players and moves away, trying to 2v1 with his teammate. Where is in tandem? Is he on the other side? Taco elevating his position. Zipex moving around the smoke, deploying a grenade. This is a big one from Glaive. Will it land in the right spot? Will it force Taco from his position? A flashbang not good enough though, and now it's Glaive alone. There's one, and there's another one from Nafly. Liquid win the match and make it to the SSE Arena. What an incredible game of Counter-Strike. We just saw the reason why both Team Liquid and Astralis are considered the best teams and the favourites for this tournament. That matchup had everything. It had incredible amounts of pressure, back-breaking moments, mind-breaking moments, a massive comeback from Astralis, good calls, good mind games, good individual plays. That just delivered everything you could possibly want out of these 2 teams. That was a giant match of Counter-Strike. Imagine these 2 in a best of 3. What a slog from both these teams. What a comeback in the first place. Absolutely ridiculous stuff. I'm telling you, man, Liquid are North American Astralis. Those 2 teams are very special. That was really, really awesome. We've seen a lot of them. We've seen some fun stuff from Thailand, but that was some very serious Counter-Strike, and indeed, Liquid will be playing at the